gorgeous. Are you sick and tired of finding the courage to finally make those big decisions only to go into complete overwhelm and that sense of self-doubt? Backtracking as fast as possible. You know the shit they talk about, bias, remorse and all of that crap? Well, stay tuned because today I'm going to show you how to stop backtracking, how to build that confidence and trust in yourself, and how to start moving forward faster than ever before. Hey, my name is Elle and I am the instigator of the Thrive Evolution for Alpha Females. Okay, let's talk about the ego. Because, you know, we're always talking about the ego. And she's not the enemy. Like, I honestly believe everything is in service to us. But unfortunately, most humans have just, construed, a story of how everything is here to test us and make us hard and make life hard and miserable. It's all crap. Your ego is here to protect you. As far as she's concerned, what she knows is the safe zone. And as soon as we start pushing the boundaries, as soon as we start setting those big juicy goals, as soon as we start making the decisions that has us completely out of our comfort zone, and she doesn't know what the outcome is going to be after that, for her, it's certain death. So of course she's going to scream like a banshee and pull out all the guns, all your doubts, all your fears, and that is where the self-doubt comes in. The fastest way to prevent this from happening is to create the vision beyond the vision. So what do I mean by this? Every single time I set a goal, I don't set isolated little goals. I create a vision of what my next level life is going to look like and then pinpoint the specific goals that's just yummy for me to achieve in growing into the person who's already living that life. But when we do this, when we only create the next vision, the ego can't see beyond. And so this is where all of the doubt and the fear comes in. When you create the vision beyond the vision by asking the question, and then what? Powerful question. Then the subconscious mind can calm down. For her, it's like, okay, it's just part of the journey. I can figure out comfortably how to get to her next level because there's already something beyond that that we can continue working on. This might sound like a really simple trick, but it works every single time. Does it mean you're not going to feel fear? Does it mean that you're not going to have any self-doubt? Well, of course not, because if there's no fear and if there's no doubt, then you're not playing full out, darling. One of my biggest messages to women and men is to start leaning into the fear, to start changing their relationship with fear. Fear is happening for you. You really have to start following her voice. She will always lead you to your next level greatness. But what this does empower you with is an ability to logically approach the whole process and understand that the fear and the self-doubt is not real. None of this is, by the way. It's all just based on stories we are telling ourselves. When we acknowledge the fear, when we drop into appreciation, we can ask, what is the warning? What is the lesson? What is the growth that we can possibly receive from this? And then make our decision based on that. Here's what I want you to know as well. If you are starting to make those big courageous decisions and it's feeling uncomfortable, when you start doubting yourself, ask yourself this. What is the worst thing that could happen if you actually went for it? What is the best thing that could happen if you gave yourself permission to go full out? What is the best thing that could happen if you don't go full out? And what is the worst thing that could happen if you backtrack right now? Quite frankly, the worst of the worst of what can happen if you say yes to your soul, yes to your desires, is never as bad as the best that can happen from saying no to soul. Because that has you flatlining. It has you existing. You might as well be dead. I'd love to hear from you. Has this empowered you to start setting bigger visions and to understand that when we go beyond the vision, we can actually calm down the ego and you won't put up as much resistance? And then what is that big juicy thing that you're going to go after next? Because honestly, life is all about the adventure. It's all about the journey. Why the hell wouldn't you want to have fun with it? After all, darling, only death is inevitable. Thriving is always the choice of the alpha. Live with honor. Cheers.